Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now, it's real time.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for watching the show this morning. Hopefully, we can give you a little insight on what's going on around here. First thing we're going to do is introduce you to Dominic Aiello from Kershaw. How you doing, man?
Good. Glad to be here.
It's been a long time.
It has.
We've met before in the past. Back in our previous life of Outdoor GPS, a handful of years ago, you and your wife had come into my studio. We talked about hunting and different topics as well. But you're now with Kershaw. How long have you been with them, and what is it that you do for them?
Yeah, I've been with Kershaw for about 7 years. I'm the marketing manager.
Okay.
I run the team, designer, social media, advertising, and I love it.
Yeah, what a great company.
It is.
I mean, a local company here to Oregon, of course. I could almost hit a driver to their headquarters if I was about 10 years younger. Not far away. But you guys make knives here in the United States. You guys make knives overseas. Most of the time, that's a cost-efficient kind of thing where you can get an inexpensive version of a knife as opposed to something that's made here, because it's not just because it's made in America, but they're made with higher quality materials, higher end products. When you're talking about being made here in your backyard. All of you watching the show, wherever you are, Kershaw is in your backyard, and probably some of your co-workers are watching them talking about their company here locally.
Yep.
Which is very cool for me, at least.
Yeah, you know, you hit a great point. We make knives here in the USA, approximately a million knives every year here in Oregon. We import knives as well, and the reason being is we want to provide a cutting utensil for every individual. Sometimes, you know, if you want a work knife that you can beat up, you don't mind if you lose it. You only want to spend $30.
Right.
And then there's other people that want a high-end, USA-made, premium blade steel, premium handle materials, and we offer something for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, you can go from 30 to 350 in like that fast. But you're going to get what you pay for. You're obviously, you're not getting something inexpensive, I mean, or cheaply made when you're talking about the higher-end American-made knives. Now, obviously, stuff that comes across from overseas, we would all expect it to be a little bit lesser quality in the big picture of things. But you brought in kind of a stash of knives and tools that you like to use, which is the perfect perspective on what we're talking about here, everyone. Some of them are actually brand new. This one, your designer that was here, forgive me, I'm terrible with names.
Jim McNair.
Okay, love the guy. His passion behind his designs of knives was awesome. A great interview, and really loves what he does, right? And,
awesome.
I really, really appreciated that. But he had actually mentioned this particular one. This is an out the front knife for you up in Washington. Too bad. But for us here in Oregon, and of course Idaho over there, for you, well, I guess if you're watching from Cali, probably not. But at the very least, fantastic design. And this is the kind of stuff that you guys are doing.
Yeah, this is the live wire double edge. The live wire is our first automatic out the front that we released last year. And so this is a variation of that. Double edge meaning it's got a blade edge on both sides of the blade. One thing with out the fronts, for people that haven't used them before, the button can be pretty stiff.
Sure.
And I know when I first handled a few, I was having to use two hands the first couple times because you just don't have that thumb dexterity, right?
Sure.
So one thing that we did with this knife is we wanted to make sure that it could be opened by anyone.
Sure.
And we actually have a person at our headquarters that has arthritis, and we had them test this button.
Interesting.
And they were able to open and close this no problem.
Interesting. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with out the front knives. Obviously, they're extremely popular for a reason, and we'll give you a shot on that Kershaw Tech Cam of this particular knife right here. Now, it's obviously a knife that's made or designed as a pocket knife, something to be used as a utility, right? Something that you can have with you, like myself. This is my actual personal knife, which is an assisted Kershaw. I don't recall the name of it. It is a Ken Onion blade, which, by the way, does he do a lot of knife designs? It seems like I've got several Kershaws, and all of them say Ken Onion on it.
He used to do a lot of designs for us. Yeah, the Blur's been around for many years. That was released in the early 2010s, 2007, 2013, somewhere in there. And it's been widely popular. That and the Leak have been around forever and are still really popular.
I love that one. When he was in here, Jim was in here recently. He left that one with me, and I put that in my pocket instantly. I don't go anywhere. I mean, like a lot of us that are watching the show right now, if you're an outdoors person, you always have to have tools of some sort that are going to, one, make you more efficient, no matter what it is you're doing. If you're going to be fishing, hunting, hiking, biking, if you're going to be kiteboarding, windsurfing, if you don't have some sort of blade on you, you're really just opening yourself up for a problem that has an actual easy fix. But if you don't have one, well, then that problem is a real problem. That's why I literally have carried a knife in my pocket for the last 100 years, since I was a kid. Right? When my dad gave me his little jackknife, and I would keep in my pocket, and it would be there for years. And then, of course, you get the, you know, the wear and tear on your. Yep. Everything's a lot more efficient these days. But it's one of those things you got to have. You
make a great point, though. You don't have to be an angler. You don't have to be a hunter to carry a knife. There are so many daily utilitarian tasks that a knife makes so much easier.
Yep.
There's no reason not to carry one.
Well, really, especially as compact and as easy as they are to have with you. I mean, from boxes to, you know, stuff that you're breaking down at the house. I mean, it's so many different things. Now, obviously, out the front, it's a little bit more specialized of a product. It's something that I wouldn't say necessarily a collector, but if it's not something that you need, an assisted blade or even an auto opener, which is, that's my big thing. I love an auto opener. They're just easy, especially when it's cold, because I am a fisherman, I am a hunter, and my hands a lot of times, especially recently, either with gloves on or not, aren't working all that well. Yep. And with an auto opener, you just touch the button and boom, your blade's available to you. Same with that out the front. It's just a different concept, I would assume. But this is another one. Is this also a new one?
That is. That's the Bel Air.
Bel Air. We can get a shot of that for you as well. This is not an auto opener, not an assisted, but it does have a little bit different of a locking mechanism than, say, what the other two that we've already showed you.
Yeah, that has the Duralock, which is our new lock as of last year, one of our new locks. It's ambidextrous. It's one of the strongest locks on the market, and it keeps your hand away from the blade as you open and close it. You're never in the path of the blade, which is really nice. And it's really fidgety, too, if you like to play with knives.
I love it that he says that. I got a buddy that won't stop. I'm like, dude, just relax, man. But I get it. People are a lot like that. And to be very honest with you, when you do get some new knives, one of the best things that you can do, let alone so that you get your muscle memory, so for safety, right? So that you understand how to open and close whatever knife it is that you put in your pocket, right? Because that is very, very important that you are proficient with it, that you're not going to get yourself cut up or do anything dumb, right? I mean, it is a knife, it is sharp, it is a weapon, but it's also something that's very versatile. But if you spend that time, you'll also break it in so that it'll work a little bit quicker, a little bit smoother, which also adds to safety in the long run. Okay, so let's leave it there. I want to come back. I want to talk about something that is being used by all of us bird hunters on a daily basis. Right now, as I speak, we're using this at my house every day. Eva, love you, babe. But when we come back from this break, we're going to talk about a couple more products from Kershaw, and maybe throwing a little bit duck hunting stuff as well, because literally right now my phone has been pinging, and that's because I've got buddies out there that love to torture me when I'm working. And that's because I torture them when they're working. We'll be right back with Dominic Aiello from Kershaw. Don't go anywhere.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Chevy Silverado and the impressive new Turbo Max engine. Flex your muscle with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Official truck of Outdoor GPS.